job starts before we even step foot in any woodlot. We have to find out what the goals and objectives for a landowner are and what their outlook is for the property. When was the last time the property was harvested? When would they like to see another harvest? Will they be selling the property soon, or are they going to be handing on the property long after they're gone to their family? So all these questions we need to find answers to before we step in the woods. So landowners' goals here for this property are to pre-salvage or harvest white ash in front of the emerald ash borer outbreak, and then manage the other species such as hard maple, red oak, soft maple. So what we're going to be doing here is liquidating all the ash that's large enough to harvest for saw timber. I've marked this hard maple tree not because it's so nice, but because it actually has some flaws and it's in a state of decline. And I think it's time to harvest this tree before it gets too far gone. It's got some problems at the base. It has a basal wound here on the front of the tree. It also has some dead limbs up in the crown, and it also has about 15-18 feet up off the ground. You can see a scar there. That's evidence of sugar maple borer. So this tree is on its way out, but we can still get some good lumber out of it while managing the stand properly. In northern hardwoods, stumps tend to last about 40 years before they decompose. I'm not seeing any stumps in these woods, so I know it's been a long time since there's been any timber harvesting in these woods. So I really take it upon myself to do a good job, use all my experience and knowledge to mark these woods as if they were my own. We have an indicator species, maidenhair fern. Indicator species is something that correlates with very good tree growth as well on this site, which is a north-facing site, which typically produces your best tree growth. Now in the background, we see what we call a silverback maple. That silvery look to the bark is another indicator of good hard maple quality. So why would a forester mark a 17-inch diameter hard maple, yet leave a hard maple tree that's over 20 inches in diameter? If we were to actually, with a chainsaw, cut these trees down and count the growth rings within the trees, we'd be sure to find that these trees are about the same age. The larger tree is genetically superior and has been able to outcompete this tree for growth space and has gotten larger quicker. So my job as a forester is to determine which trees are inferior and should be cut at this point to help promote even further the best trees. So we have quite a few trees packed into a small area here. So another thing as a forester that I do is look at tree spacing. We want to optimize the growth of the residual stand after we're done with our thinning operation. So that involves trying to space the trees evenly throughout the stand to maximize the amount of sunlight that they can intercept. Sunlight equals growth. Astronomers can look back in time by looking at the vast stars in the sky. Foresters can also look back in time to a certain extent as well by looking at the trees and their condition. Now this tree here obviously was hit by an ice storm years ago. I can see where the top was knocked out of it and then it resprouted, and this leads to the growth that we have today. Kind of a not so good looking tree, which I'll remove. We'll still be able to get some good lumber out of it. Sound timber management as well as good lumber production at the sawmill are not mutually exclusive, at least they don't have to be. A skilled forester can determine which trees should be taken out today and left for tomorrow as he's marking.